Cowabunga, dudes!
Hi guys!
So, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do a review. We just got done watching the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we're just gonna call it new. And
The new Turtles.
What did you think? Let's go over first off and say just an overall opinion. Obviously this is a spoiler-free review. We don't want to give away what the movie is, because then why watch these reviews, you know,
right.
Who wants to watch that? So what was your overall opinion of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Overall, it wasn't too bad. It was kind of slow to begin with until the Turtles came in, but it wasn't too bad. I'd probably give it about a 3.8 out of 5.
Really?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Totally different opinion for you, huh?
Now, keep in mind I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, obviously. My sister-in-law made me this hat. Pretty cool, huh? I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan. I've been one ever since I was a little child. And, they ruined it. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look,
I think they ruined it.
First off, okay.
They maybe ruined
it. They ruined it.
They maybe ruined a couple turtles, but not it.
Okay. More specifically, Michael Bay ruined it. First off, I want to say the biggest problem that we were worried about was the character design. How did you feel about the character design of him?
I liked, for the most part, I liked the character design. I liked how the turtles are differentiated from each other, so you can kind of see their personalities in each individual character. I wasn't happy with Shredder at all.
Yeah. Well, I hated that they made everything different. First off, in this movie, Donatello is way taller than Michelangelo, and Raphael is way taller than Leonardo. They're all different sizes. That is retarded, in my opinion. Personally, they should all be around the same size. They're brothers.
They should be
They're technically going to be around the height. I understand you want to make Raphael buffer, because that's how it goes. But really, guys, when you see this movie, Donatello is so much taller than Michelangelo. It's just, I don't like that. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, Michelangelo is kind of a little shrimpy guy. They make him like he's...
Yeah, he's like a little guy. I don't get it.
He hides half of his body in his
Do not understand it. Donatello is my favorite turtle, and they give him these stupid glasses that really make me mad. I like the kind of sort of a night vision / Iron Man glass thing that he can like read things with. I think that's cool, but he puts them over glasses. Don't like that.
Yeah, he has really big glasses.
I'm not done. Also, they have lips, which is really weird to me, and they have nostrils, which is slightly weird to me. The headbands that they have them on, the biggest thing I do not like about those, they're cut way around their eyeballs.
Yeah,
so instead of being like right on the eyes, they're like way over it, and they make them look like they have huge, stupid, googly eyes. Especially Michelangelo.
Yeah, but Mikey's character in the...
I'm still not done.
Oh my god.
Shredder is horrible. Shredder is completely CG'd, and he looks more like Super Shredder than he does regular Shredder.
Can you imagine how... With the Shredder that was in this movie, he was so large and ridiculous. Can you imagine when they bring out the Super Shredder what he's going to look like? It's going to be ridiculous.
Also, Splinter...
I like Splinter now.
Splinter doesn't even have that old Japanese voice.
Yeah, he doesn't have the old man voice.
And he needs that. And
But the way they designed him and his character, the design, I don't know what the technical term for that is, but he looked really cool. You could see like the fibers in his hair, and
I thought he looked.
I liked it.
But he kept doing this with his beard.
Yeah, he was like.
Okay, well, okay. So overall, guys, I don't want it to sound completely thrown off on it. Overall, the character designs they kind of grew on me towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I just think if and when they do make a second one, make them all around the same size. So shrink them down, some of them, so they all look.
Grow Mikey up a little bit.
And they're teenagers, so they kind of throw stupid things on him, like chains for Michelangelo, and he has like a shirt wrapped around his thing. Which we saw a Halloween costume the last year about this time of Michelangelo. We were like, oh god, please don't make that be actually what he's going to look like in the movie. Turns out that's the Halloween costume. That's how stupid he looks. So, but anyways, honestly guys,
that bad,
honestly,
guys.
small tweaks, it wasn't too bad. It could kind of be okay, to be honest with you. They need to have a different headband. Didn't care for it. So they just need to do a few tweaks on the character design, and I don't think it's really that bad. Besides Shredder, I hated Shredder. He was completely CG'd, and the chrome inside of his thing just wasn't very realistic because it had nothing to reflect off of, so it looked very poor.
Yeah, it did.
Everything else was done okay. We're gonna go ahead and throw away the character design stuff right now, and we'll go right into the acting. A lot of us have been scared, obviously Michael Bay, and has this weird little relationship with Megan Fox, and a lot of people don't like Megan Fox. But in my opinion, who cares? We don't care about her acting, right? It's Megan Fox. But she didn't ruin the movie.
Surprisingly, she didn't ruin the movie. Now, when she first started filming, she found out she was pregnant, so a lot of her scenes that could have been more...
tacky, maybe?
Yeah. Maybe that or more, I don't know, in-depth action could have been better, but since she was pregnant, obviously she can't do those kinds of things.
Yeah.
But overall, her performance wasn't that bad.
It was very mild. She didn't do anything over dramatic.
Yeah, it wasn't like big lips in your face.
There wasn't a whole lot of Megan Fox scenes where they really show how sexy she is. They didn't do that very much.
Yeah.
They did a couple times just to be funny, but overall,
it was an extreme,
okay.
like Transformers.
Now I know you're not crazy about Will Arnett.
He's not a good serious actor, and even though this movie wasn't a serious movie, I still see him
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I still see him as this comedian, and he just wasn't very good in this.
Tacky comedian. I'm not crazy about Will
They could have
Arnett.
chosen somebody much better.
He has his own type of films he should be in.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Yeah, he's more like Hangover guys in that era, not
very dry
not
comedy.
this kind of comedy, so...
Storyline. Storyline's the most important thing in this movie. That's what really is the review, is how good was the story. What was your opinion on the story itself?
It was really dry, especially in the beginning, towards the middle, and then it finally got okay, and then it was like, poof, end. I was like, what's that? What just happened here?
Yeah, it's kind of a Michael Bay thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
The movie was very slow at the beginning. It also doesn't really explain or show you. It kind of explains through an animation, but it doesn't show you how the turtles became turtles. And that... I don't understand that. They really... I feel like they should have gone completely at the very beginning of how these turtles were made and shown it that way, instead of giving you a time-lapse version of it and then kind of cutting you right into 17 years later. I didn't care for that. As far as the storyline goes, there was too many things going on.
There's a lot of plot holes.
There's a lot of plot holes. There's not enough. So, without giving it away, there's something that Shredder's doing to kind of destroy the city.
He's doing what Shredder does.
And the turtles are trying to stop him, obviously.
Yes.
But they didn't really show in the movie how important this thing was to either destroy. Also, they had serious scenes, and then the very next cut was a comedy scene.
Yeah, and they didn't make sense all the time. It was very weird.
Very strange. It was just a strange overall beat and rhythm of the movie.
I mean,
there's a lot of boring parts. Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie, guys, and it's definitely worth watching as far as that goes as a summer hit. But for me, as a Turtles fan, which you know how comic nerds are, and we're all stuffy about our things, right?
We get very defensive when you mess something up.
And it wasn't so much the Turtles. Honestly, I got by with their character design. At first, you're like,
yeah, first you're gonna like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's Shrek with a bandana on. That's what you feel like. But later, he did. Now Raphael was cool. I really liked Raphael. Out of all the turtles and all the character design, Raphael was really the coolest.
I liked Mikey. Mikey's my favorite though.
Mikey looked like a freaking wreck. I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought Donatello looked like a wreck.
Well, Donatello would have been better if they would have just took off the stupid glasses.
He looked like a shrimp in a shell. He was so skinny.
He was super skinny. And then Leonardo, really, being that Leonardo's the leader of the Ninja Turtles,
like, you know,
he didn't really have that big of a part.
No, he didn't. And Raphael had a bigger part.
Raphael was like the star of the show, honestly. And Donatello, really. Yeah. Mikey had like the funny.
He had those one-line punchers, you know.
And they used a lot. Honestly, they used a lot of tacky current jokes that I didn't care for. And there wasn't a whole lot of pizza in the movie, which was strange. There wasn't a whole lot of sewer scenes, which was strange. And they were more into cheese pizza instead of anchovy pizza, which was like, there were a lot of parts in this movie that they really could have capitalized on, and they didn't.
Yeah.
But I'll calm down. And I'll just say, as a movie, if you're going into this new, because I know there's a lot of kids out there that are watching this video that never really saw the Turtles back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Or at this point, it might look tacky to you guys, but at the point when it was out, it was the coolest thing in the world.
It was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, it's gonna be a movie you're gonna like. It's not a bad movie by any means.
No, it's not.
Besides the storyline, I don't care what age you are, the storyline was not good. In general, it was not good. But it was not ruined by Megan Fox. It was not ruined by character design. It was simply the writers.
Yeah.
I just don't think they wrote a very good story.
Agree.
It wasn't gripping. It wasn't emotional at all.
There wasn't a whole lot of depth to the story.
No,
either.
not
I mean,
at
I know
all.
it's Ninja Turtles, and you can only go so deep, but
you could.
their story
That's
is
the
pretty
problem.
deep. So
you really could if you go with Eastman's. Okay, so at the beginning of the movie, it really looked like they were gonna go for a dark Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Did it not?
It
You're
did,
like,
it did.
oh,
You're
Dark
like,
Ninja
yeah, I got
Turtles.
this.
I'm gonna get
This
in
is
this.
good.
And they got some subway scenes at the beginning that look awesome, and you're like, oh, here we go. This is about to be awesome. No, it wasn't. It ended up turning completely into something else, and it was like, I don't know how to follow this. Hold on.
They didn't even have a pizza delivery guy. I just thought about that.
They didn't.
No.
No wax on, wax off. Well, they did kind of make reference to that. I guess.
I know.
Okay, well, anyways, guys, overall, I would give it. I'm not done, actually. We saw this thing in 3D.
Yeah.
We saw this thing in 3D. We were forced to because they do this to you now. They make the first movie that's not 3D at 5:30 in the afternoon instead of early in the day, so you're kind of forced to have to go to the 3D, which was annoying. Well, we saw it in 3D and do not see it in 3D.
No, the 3D is obnoxious.
Yeah, it is. It's obnoxious is what it is.
Everything
There's too
is
many things
3D.
going on. It hurts your head.
Yeah.
There's nothing centered in the screen.
No.
And they don't even do it in a way like Guardians of the Galaxy, where the most of the movie's not even in 3D. They only bring scenes in
When
that are
it's
3D.
necessary.
Yeah, literally, this is what they do in 3D. They would have like Will Arnett in the front, in the foreground, and then the background would be a 3D, a flat plane of 3D.
It was really
It was
weird.
stupid and tacky. There was only one good part in 3D, and that was when there's all kinds of shredder blades going all over the place.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But
That was it. That was it. I mean, and there's some I guess some sewer tunnel scenes.
There's some scenes that
it really wasn't
make
done well.
sense, and then there are other scenes where you're just like, I'm looking at a crowd of people, and this is dumb.
Yeah, very dumb.
So.
And it really didn't even work that
Yeah,
well.
and then they go up like high, and you see all these buildings, and it kind of hurts your head.
Michael Bay just doesn't do 3D films very well.
it was
Transformers
bad.
wasn't good in 3D either.
No.
But the first Transformers done a lot better. There's at least the storyline of the first Transformers was kind of gripping,
It
you
made
know?
sense.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
you
like,
kind of
oh, what's gonna
into
happen? It
There
builds
were-
you up all the way to the end.
Yeah.
This doesn't. It like builds you up and then slows you the hell down.
The first 20 minutes, I heard heavy breathing next to me. I'm like, are you awake? Are you awake?
I wasn't asleep, but I was angry is what it was.
Like, he's out, he's snoring.
Honestly, guys, if you're a Turtles fan, this is not. First off, thank you for rebooting the Turtles at least, because we're excited we now have a Turtles movie to go to. But please make the story better. That's all I gotta say. I'll deal with your character designs that look just.
If you're going
I'll
into
deal with
this
that.
movie as a fan of the old original series, you need to go into it with low expectations and be open-minded, because if you go in there and you're thinking of the Turtles as what you grew up on and your favorite childhood memory, it's not that. It's still good, but it's not that. It's something completely different. So make sure you have an open mind going in there. We kind of went in there with blinders on, like, we know what this is going to be like.
We're
this
expecting
is what it's going to be, and
we got worse. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't get
no,
worse.
it was not bad.
It wasn't.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't horrible, but it's kind of like when you're sort of sick and you don't really know what's gonna happen. You're just kind of like, oh god, I got a test coming, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, we're leveling out, and then the bell rings. That's kind of what happened with the movie. You're kind of sick the whole movie, and then the credits roll, and you're like, okay, it didn't happen.
I can breathe. It's okay.
Yeah, so that's what
We're
happened.
good.
So yeah, I don't know. The movie's not bad, guys. I know that I'm ripping this thing apart because I'm a Turtles fan.
It's not that bad. Don't go.
I just did not care for this movie, and it wasn't the character design. It
liked
wasn't
it.
anything more than the story was not good. It was bland. It wasn't provoking. There's nothing good about it, and that's really what made Guardians of the Galaxy so well. That, you know, they had a great story. And the Turtles have a great story. They didn't use any of it in the movie.
No,
at all.
and I think in the second movie they're probably going to change a few storylines from the original one, and I'm not very happy with that. I won't go into much detail until you see the movie, but
yeah,
they kind of
April
ruined
plays a part in this movie that she shouldn't. I mean, she just shouldn't.
that and
It's like they wanted to bank on that special relationship, and we can't tell you that.
Yeah.
They wanted to bank on that special relationship and didn't pull it off at the end.
No.
There was no reason to care. That was the problem. There was no reason to care, and that's unfortunate because this movie was just overall not good. If I was gonna give it something out of 5, I would give it a 2.
I give it a 3.8 because it wasn't a bad story once it got going. It's just there are a lot of plot holes and a lot of things that are different from the original, which I'm not too fond about. Like you said, there's a certain relationship that I'm really upset about. Like I was PO'd when we left the theater. Like, how are you gonna cut that out? So we'll see.
Also, the Turtles van's kind of weird.
Yeah, but I kind of like
it's
the
kind of cool, but kind of weird. I don't know.
They don't have the old Chester style van.
I like the Chester style van. Well, anyways, so the movie was good. It wasn't bad. It's gonna be a good movie for you just to simply watch and have fun watching because it is a big budget film.
Yeah, just
it will be something you'll like.
Be
you'll like the special
open-minded.
effects. If you're a Turtles fan, though, just don't go in there thinking this is the Ninja Turtles because it's not. Michael Bay has pretty much kicked our turtles in the face and they're hiding in their shells right now. At least that's what this movie made me feel like.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, so anyways guys, thanks for watching. Tell us what you think about the Ninja Turtle movie. Have you seen it yet? Are you a fan? Are you really upset? Are you really happy? Is this something you're gonna follow from now on? I know there might be a lot of new Ninja Turtle fans out there. What's gonna be in the next movie? We know there's a second one coming out, so Rocksteady, Bebop, we'll see.
Maybe.
Alright guys, see you later.
Thanks guys.
Bye.
Bye.